Hello everyone, welcome back to Dino Crisis. If you recall, last time we found the key to the backup generator in the basement. Not only that, we also were reunited with our friend Gale, who mysteriously disappeared after being attacked by a velociraptor. Gale told us he'd be in the control room with Rick, so let's see how he and Rick are getting along.
So how goes the search for the doc?
Nothing yet. I didn't find any sign of him on this level.
That leaves the underground area then. It's the only place left.
But there's no power down there, right?
Not yet.
That'll be your job, Regina. Restore the power to the underground area.
Well, thanks for clarifying what we have to do next. We have to go to the underground basement. Rick is apparently repairing Gale's communicator, although it doesn't really look like he's doing it. And Gale is just preoccupied with a Tumblr on the computer screen, so we'll just leave him to that, and we'll just continue doing, I don't know, something useful, while these two jerks lay around and do nothing. So, the backup generator is basically where we first started, in the outside area near the guardhouses, so we're just going to have to backtrack all the way to the start of the game, which isn't actually that far. Just go down here, and go around this corner, and eventually we'll end up at the first office hallway when we first entered the building. So yeah, the game does like to backtrack on itself a lot. You know, we're in an area we've been to before, so there won't be any kind of surprise like this one. Nothing like that. No, not in this game. Yeah, dinosaurs like to jump out of nowhere. The game likes to do that to you. Surprise, dinosaur! Whoa! That's it. You just run away though. The thing is, even though you can tell if you look on that danger scene that, you know, Regina's basically being mauled and eaten by a dinosaur, you don't receive any damage so long as you press the buttons fast enough. I think it's basically like you either get some damage or you die, or there's no damage at all if you just smash buttons, because all you do in a danger sequence is hit all the face buttons and stuff. Another anesthetic aid, we don't need this because we have billions of these in our storage box in the elevator room, so we won't bother. So this is the backup generator room in level B1. This door is locked. We'll be coming back here in a moment. Right, okay. So, this is basically exactly the same as the generator room we found at the beginning of the game. The only difference is, now we have to put in a battery because it's missing one. And the missing battery was right there being recharged. So you just need to put in the battery. 3 buttons, yes, but there's only 3 thingies. We need 4. It's the exact same puzzle as before, so it's not like it's any harder. It's not like there's more batteries. It's more or less the exact same sequence as well, so there's nothing to worry about. Annoyingly, I'm not in the right position. Even though I was in the right position to open it, it seems like I need to be in a slightly different position to put in the battery, so I had to move slightly and then go back into my inventory and put it in. The game apparently is rather specific as to where you can stand to put in your items. So now that they're all in, we can press the buttons and assign the right colours, which is, I think, red, blue, green and white. Now, once that's done, you pull all the levers, or they pull themselves down. Apparently this is a puzzle that was so good they felt like doing it twice. What?
We're in the green, thanks to you.
I can't hear you!
Look, I need you to come back here. There's something I have to talk to you about.
I can't can't hear you over the sound of the generator. Could you... You know what, never mind. My map tells me where to go. I can go back to the control room. Also, the shelf is pushable. If you see a shelf like this in the game, they're usually pushable. They often are shelves or boxes. But they use the same items every time to push as pushable objects, so it's pretty easy to tell. Let's get out before I lose my hearing. Finally, some peace and quiet. Man, and I thought the planetarium was loud. Anyway, now let's head back to the control room. The dinosaur that busts through the window will now always be in the office hallway, but you can easily run past him, so nothing to worry about.
What's the emergency?
Gale just told me he saw someone on the underground monitor.
It flashed by pretty quick, but I'm sure I saw something.
I swear to God, if it's just another dinosaur...
Open the shutter to the underground area. What is it?
It's a distress signal from one of our team members. It must be Cooper.
Yeah, or it might be Tom. He infiltrated this facility posing as one of the researchers. Can you pinpoint the signal?
It's coming from outside of the building, to the east of the rear entrance we came in from.
Look, we'll deal with it later. Our first priority is the survivor in the underground. It could be the doc.
What are you talking about? He's asking for our help. We don't leave our own behind.
And what if it's a trap? Would you want one of us to come and rescue you?
Yes, surely the distress signal is an elaborate trap set up by the dinosaurs.
Remember our mission. We're not here to babysit.
That's your way of operating, not mine.
I have you know I'm the best babysitter in town.
All right. You have your access to the underground, Gale. So get moving. You handle your things your way, I'll handle my things my way.
That punk is really starting to get on my nerves. Regina, I'm heading out to investigate the underground.
Well, after that little dispute, we are given a choice. Do we want to help Gale, or do we want to follow Rick? We're going to follow Rick because we want to help out our good buddy Tom and, bros before hoes and all that. Even though Dr. Kirk's not really a hoe, but whatever. So, let's go out. And if you recall, Regina said it's to the east of the entrance that we came in from. So we're going to have to go back to where we started again. But first, this is where you'd go if you followed Gale. We can't actually go here at the moment because we chose not to. So, yeah, instead of going downstairs to the basement with Gale, we're gonna head back to the start. Also, the music's changed a bit. I'm not sure why they do that. New music here, though. So you might be a bit surprised to know that it doesn't really matter which option you choose. It doesn't affect the ending in any way. The only thing it changes is the order in which you have to do things. And also, I guess, certain cutscenes are different. But really, it's the exact same thing in the end. And I'll be showing you the differences later on. But first, we'll make a poor attempt at evading this dinosaur. See, if you run in a straight line, dinosaurs can easily catch up to you, but the moment you go around a corner, they get horribly confused and slow down. So, yeah, long corridors are generally not that great for dinosaurs, but corners, dinosaurs just don't know how to deal with that. So, this is where the distress signal was coming from. You'll also notice that Rick is carrying a sniper rifle, which I can't help but feel is not very effective against dinosaurs. You know, at least not in this kind of close quarters environment. Also, Rick walked by here and somehow didn't manage to wake up that dinosaur at all. Or maybe Rick put the dinosaur to sleep? I don't know. But here's some slug bullets. They're like shotgun bullets. Well, they are shotgun bullets, but like more powerful, so we'll be saving those. Over here is a resuscitation. We have one at the moment, and we can carry 2 in a single slot. So we might as well have that. And then we'll just continue on and follow Rick. Uh-oh, it's Ridley. And mashing the buttons just makes him drop you. So, we have to go back and pick up our gun. That sequence always drops whatever gun you're holding. You always want to go back there and get it. I mean, well, you don't have to, but you should. And it'll stay there forever. It won't like, disappear or anything. But yeah. So let's just get out of here before the... Generally, pterodactyls are a huge pain. Yeah, they'll just try and dive bomb you, and they're actually quite hard to avoid. So you want to get out of the room as fast as possible.
Tom!
They came out of nowhere. Didn't have a chance. Tom, can you tell us what's going on here? Kirk's insane. His experiments have nothing to do with energy development. Tom! Here, take this. His wounds are pretty bad. We have to move him someplace safe immediately.
If by we you mean me, yes, I'll move him to a safe place. But well, he's not really going anywhere at the moment, so well, we got both the L discs, so now we can open the locked L door with the DDK system.
This looks pretty bad. Listen, I'll take care of it.
Right, okay. Well, anyway, we haven't even found the L door yet, so... Well, I suppose that when we do find it, we'll be prepared. And here's a door that doesn't require a loading screen. And this poster of a map, which we can download. Now we have the map of this area. So I didn't really make it clear. In that previous room where the pterodactyl tried to kill us by, I don't know, flying into a door, that room is actually an elevator room, but the elevator has no power, and this is the generator for that elevator. So, yeah, we're just gonna avoid the pterodactyls. They freeze in time as I pick up this item. Medpacks are always good, so let's continue onwards. So you might think, okay, power generator room, maybe it's going to do the same battery puzzle as it's done before. No, this one's a different puzzle, actually. A very much more strange puzzle. Also, here's another shelf. Whenever you see shelves, give it a push. Dino Crisis tip number 244 or something, I don't know. Another recovery, well actually no, this recovery aid's alright. It's anesthetic aids that I'm swimming in. And since we found a regular med pack outside, it's a good time to combine it. There we go. 2 medpack L++. Literally gives us an extra medpack as well. So instead of having just 1 medium medpack, we have 2 super powerful ones. And this is a crane card. We'll be needing this later. But right now... So you got to turn power back on to the elevator room. And you might be thinking to yourself, what the hell are we supposed to do in here? Because there's just 3 control panels with buttons. And there's nothing really to tell you what you're supposed to do. There's this, and it tells you about some pipes, right? And you had to try to supply power, and something about putting cautions when operating the power supply pipe. By activating the main motor, you can supply power to the big elevator. In case you accidentally lower the wrong pipe, you can return the pipe, to the original position by pressing the button on the same computer terminal. So you're thinking, okay, what do I even do? And you're like, I don't know, just press this button maybe, and then you press it, and then suddenly a pipe comes down, and you're like, oh, well, okay, I guess it's some kind of pipe dream puzzle. You press another button on this other control panel, and nothing happened, because you pressed the pipe that was already down, and you realize that the pipes are actually color coordinated, and the trick is you're supposed to connect the pipes to the other side. But for some reason, this facility has the most convoluted pipes ever. I mean, look at this. Why not just have all green pipes? Then surely it would make sense. Why even have a pipe system that's removable like this? What possible purpose could it serve? So basically you have to connect one end of the room to the other end, but you have to do the pipes in the right order, in the right positions. So red has to go first because that little notch that goes down, if you put the green one first, for example, there in the middle, and then try to put the red one down, it won't be able to go through the green one because it's in the way, so you have to make sure that the red one comes first. So yeah, it's just basically trying to figure out what pattern it goes to. It's not that complicated, but it's just a little strange. And, like, I don't know. Like, look at the final product of what we've created. It's like some kind of mess of some spiral pipes that lead to the other end. I mean, are the pipes carrying water? Shouldn't they be, like, sealed in some way? I've just basically lowered some pipes next to each other, and that counts. Well, whatever. The point is, the important thing is, we've got the generator working. So we can go back outside and use the elevator to go down a level to bring Tom to a safer place. So let's head back out to where we came from. Surprise! Dinosaur time! These dinosaurs always get the jump on Regina. Uh-oh, you better press those buttons, Regina. Oh man, that shouldn't have been in this video. That shouldn't have made the cut. Should have edited that. Anyway, if you did press buttons correctly, here's what does happen. Here's what really happened. Surprise, dinosaur. Oh no, not again. This keeps happening. But this time we're ready for it. Button mashing time. Sorry, pterodactyl, but I'm not a huge fan of flying. Hey, my pun wasn't that bad, was it? Oh well, we avoided Regina's untimely death, and that last pterodactyl's still flying around. So let's get out of here. So, after a while you begin to realise why this game has resuscitations in it, as in sort of free continues. Because there are certain moments in the game that can kill you instantly. You know, and I'm not just talking about these danger sequences. Remember the bit in the T-Rex, if you mess up once, you're dead. It's not like you get hurt, or you know, you have to monitor your life or anything. If you fuck up, you're dead. So that's something that Resident Evil never did, really, at least not to my recollection. Actually, maybe the alligator did. I can't remember. The point is, Resident Evil, whenever you died, it was usually your own fault or you saw it coming. At least that's how it was in, classic Resident Evil. Nowadays, in Resident Evil 5, for example, you get those bullshit Quicktime Events that come out of nowhere after a long cutscene, and you're totally not expecting it. You have this cool cutscene that's intriguing and action-packed, and then suddenly, Quicktime Event, you're dead, because you're not expecting it, and it's bullshit. But yeah, you didn't really get that before. But now, you do in this game. There are points where the game does kind of throw out your instant death, and I think Capcom realised, this isn't really that fair. I mean, we want the players to be afraid of death, but we don't want them to get annoyed when it does happen, so they'll give you a resuscitation just to be a little more lenient.
Finally, we have access to the elevator outside.
Good. Now we can head straight down to the underground. So you saw the beast, right?
Yeah. Pteranodon, wasn't it?
I meant, You saw that it was a real dinosaur.
Yeah, Regina's kind of gotten used to the whole dinosaur thing already.
Unbelievable.
Didn't I tell you?
This is just like that movie.
Yes, that movie. That movie that we shall not name. That movie with the dinosaurs in it. Yes, that one. On the subject of QuickTime events, I think Resident Evil 4 was better with the whole QuickTime event thing. Although I think the best game to use QuickTime events properly, well, Shenmue, because those QuickTime events were always limited to like specific QTE sequences, like a chase scene or a fight scene or something, and you always knew when it was coming. And also, if you screw up, you get like a few chances. Kind of like Heavy Rain, I guess. Not like, you know, if you fail a QuickTime event in a, you know, Resident Evil game, that's it, you're dead. You've got to restart that cutscene. And it's kind of annoying when that happens. I don't know, I just found Resident Evil 5's QuickTime events kind of dumb, but that's just me.
We have to hurry. Tom's not going to last much longer.
I'll clear a path by moving these containers. You just keep an eye on Tom.
So now we have a puzzle. We have to move these containers out of the way, which, oh, there's a hatch here, but you can't open it. Not from this side. Might be useful for later on, but not right now, no. So, we have to move these containers, and up here is a crane. If you notice in that previous cutscene, Regina noticed a hook when she was looking around the room. There's some shelves! Shelves you gotta push. You gotta push these shelves. Shelves with nothing on them, though. And it's a hemostat. Don't really need those. We actually have the advanced medkits that heal you and stop bleeding, so I think a good strategy there is just to wait till you're nearly dead and then whip out the old healing. Anyway, here's how to use the crane. It's the fully automatic control card operated crane. The crane will execute commands by a set of cards. Now, it's not that hard to understand. It's more baffling as to why such an option is in place. Well, first you've got to use the B1 crane card you found in the generator room. So here's how it is. You have to put in preset commands for the directions for the crane to go for it to, well, move. You notice there's like 2 left, 1 down, 2 right and stuff. And those are the directions it goes in. You can only get it to move in those directions, that you can only do it as... Well, you can only select so many cards at a time. So you can't move that much. You can pick up one container at a time, and then you'll be on your way. And it seems kind of dumb, because, like, why not just have like a joystick or something to move the crane? No, they've got to make it like a stupid card thing. So here's how it works then. I want to pick up the one on the second row. So I need to go up 2, then down 1, then left 1 rather, and then I wanted to pick it up, and then I needed to move back and then drop it. So I put in all the commands in the cards, and it will follow each card at a time. So now it's on the pick up card. It'll go down, hook it up, and then it'll go back the direction I told it to go in, and then it will release the block. This is such a convoluted system, but luckily this puzzle isn't too hard, because all you need to do now is to remove the top one, right? And the thing is, all you have to do is go up 2, pick up 1, and then go down 1 and release. And the idea is that it'll try to drop one on top of... You can't actually drop a container on top of another container, it won't let you do it. But if you do an invalid move, all the crane will do is go back to the original position, but it won't drop the container, it'll just keep holding it. But it doesn't matter now, because now that the crane is off the floor, we've created a path, and we can just continue on, and Rick can get Tom to safety. Pretty stupid, huh?
Will do. Concentrate on the mission, and leave the rest to me.
Right.
You want any, like, escort or something? I mean...
Yeah. If Gil gives you any more of his bull, be sure to beat him down for me, okay?
Alright. Gale's kind of a jerk anyway, but you sure you don't want help? I mean, there might be dinosaurs or something outside. Alright, I guess I'll leave you to it. I don't know how they got away from here so quickly when, he's limping that slow, but I'll just go down here and, ooh, it's a dead body. It's not Tom though, don't worry, he didn't die that quick. The dead man has a memo. Let's read it. To do. Prepare the DDKs needed to enter the lab area. Tomorrow I have to go to the computer room to do maintenance on Dr. Kurt's computer, but I think I left the DDK at the large size elevator control room. I left the other DDK with Tom. No idea how he approached Kirk. So the keys that the journal was talking about in order to access the lab are actually the L door keys for the DDK system, and both of which we got when we entered the room by the elevator. So we don't have to worry about that journal, really.
Rick, watch out! Chew on this!
And on this cliffhanger, we shall continue next time on Dino Crisis.